Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Hello world. It is Karina Worldwide back again with another video. I am still in America. That's right. I'm still home in the States. My initial flight was February the 15th. That flight was canceled. Then I rebooked a flight that would take me from Charlotte to Detroit, which is domestic, and then from Detroit I would hop on Korea Air to Korea, then from Korea to China. But that flight was canceled because we know that Delta did the travel ban and they're no longer flying to China. In addition to the United States, with all of our airline carriers that are not flying to China, Korea and Japan have joined forces and they have decided they are also doing the travel ban. So it looks like I will be in the States for much longer than I thought. But so many people are still asking me, like, what are you doing? Because you're home, like, how's life, blah, blah, blah. So I thought I would do a video to just kind of give you guys an update on what's going on in my world, since I'm not in China and I don't know when I will be returning to China. So I thought it'd be cool to just give you guys an update. So yeah, let's go into this update. If you are like everyone else tuned in, then you've heard about that corona. The coronavirus, I checked it yesterday and it was up to 2,700 deaths. 2,700 deaths worldwide. And the only place that hasn't been affected yet is Antarctica. I think one of the craziest things is, because China's so closed off, even living in China or still having ties to China, you still don't know really what to believe and what to expect. And then here in the States, of course, they're releasing information, but you're like, but you don't have your ears to the Chinese streets like that, so we don't really know what to believe on both ends. But people are always asking me, like, what are you doing now that you're, still in the States? What have you been up to? And since my last video, so much has gone on, but really nothing really has gone on. But things are starting to go on now. I came home for Chinese New Year, which was a month and about 3 days ago. And I did nothing for that entire month. Like, when I tell you guys, I was just indulging in mimosas, margaritas, wine every day. You legit would have thought I was a housewife. I was just like, wake up, mimosa. Lunchtime, margarita. Nighttime, bottle of wine. And that was it. But now that this seems like it may be a long-term thing, I'm really working on being more productive. In terms of working, yes, I still have my job in China. There are so many people who are losing their jobs, or they're quitting their jobs and returning home if they're able to get home, because the flights are stupid expensive. But I'm one of the fortunate people who still has their job. We're working online, so we're doing online learning, which means that my kids are still getting quality education. I actually just finished recording my video that I'm sending to my kids. In terms of when is school gonna start back, no one knows, child. No one knows. So initially we were supposed to start school on February 17th. And which was okay, because that's when my school was supposed to open anyway. There are some schools that open a little bit earlier, so of course it was pushed back. Then the week before the 17th, my flight was canceled, but then we were also informed by the Shanghai Education Bureau that schools would not be reopening until March the 2nd. Then the Shanghai Education Bureau came back with another notice saying that schools would open March the 2nd, but it would be online learning. However, there's pros and cons to that. So the pros are, I'm still getting my full salary, I'm still teaching my kids, I'm still doing what I love. Cons are, I have to work according to the Chinese time. So there's a 12-hour time difference between the United States and China, which means I'm working at night. And not just at night, like 8 o'clock, I'm working like 9, 10, 11, 12 in the morning sometimes, to make sure that my kids are getting the information they need, so that they can still be the shining stars. By the way, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but the name of my class the shining stars. And we do this little thing, shining stars. It's a little corny, but I like it, my kids like it, and we are definitely shining stars. So we're still learning. Even though I'm teaching at night, I still have time on my hands during the day. So I applied for a substitute teaching position at one of my local school districts. I don't know how that's gonna pan out, considering the fact that I'm used to Chinese students who are typically well-behaved and very passive when it comes to learning. And then I'm coming into a new field where the kids might be a little like, and I know I can be a little, so I don't know how that'll really work out. And this is probably the best thing that I've done thus far since being home in the States. Last week, I launched Karina Worldwide Consulting Services. So I'm really, you can clap too. Almost daily, I receive messages and emails from people who want more information because they're interested in traveling and living and working abroad, but they don't know where to start. So I was just like, you know, there's so much I want to do to help these people. And I came up with more of a personalized approach where I can actually walk people through the process step by step. One of the things I wish I had was someone to actually walk me through the process. And so that's what I will be offering with my services. I'll probably do another video in about a week or two, just talking specifically about the packages and the services that are offered. But I'm really excited about that, especially since it's like so many people always hit me up and they're like, you've inspired me to travel. You've inspired me to, you know, look at this as a possible venture. I'll actually post my email address down below, or you can hit me up on Instagram if you're interested and you would like to take a look at some of the package deals. Very inexpensive, so you want to hop on it now. But life here has been good. It's weird because it's still a lot to get adjusted to. I'm accustomed to a totally different lifestyle now. Like I have a housekeeper in China, and people are like, that's not a big deal, but it is a big deal when you're used to having an IE just come around and just clean up after you all the time. That sounds so bougie. Yeah, I know that sounds bougie, but that's real life. Right now, we don't know when school's gonna start back. They're thinking in April. But even if it starts back in April, we have quarantine for 14 to 27 days, which means we would still need to stay in our homes. So even when I travel back, I won't be going right into the classroom. I'll be still doing like home online learning with my kids until I'm able to get off of quarantine. I'm also getting back in the gym. I lost about 30 pounds when I was in China because I was eating right, I was, exercising. Then also when you're a teacher, you're moving a lot, especially when you're teaching young kids, and I teach 5 and 6-year-olds. So you're always moving around and you're always staying busy. But here I was just eating and drinking and sleeping. And so I gained a lot of that weight back. So I'm just trying to do what I can to get it back off because I want that good summer body. I've been on a few dates here and there. It's been cool. But that's it. I don't even know what else to say about that part, so I'm not even gonna say anything else. All right, so yeah, that's basically where I am. I'm enjoying my time home. I'm enjoying getting the opportunity to actually utilize this free time that I have. I've been doing lesson plans, videos for my kids back home. That always sounds so weird when I say it without thinking, but I'm like, wow, back home really is China. But that's what I've just been up to. A lot of people are a little apprehensive about moving abroad now because of the coronavirus. But to that, I'll just say, live your life. We're all going to die. You don't know when it's going to happen. And I know some people are just like, oh, well, I don't want to put myself in a situation where I can speed it up. But at the end of the day, you're getting in your vehicle, things happen. You're walking into a Walmart, things happen. You have no control of when you're going to go. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to just live your life and trust the process and know that there's a higher power and he got you covered. And so that's where I'm at with that. But if you are interested, or even if you just want some questions answered, hit me up, Karina Worldwide. All right, guys, so I'm signing off now. Bye! To stay updated on what's going on in Karina's world, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share. Ciao.